Hey, everybody, it's Monty Mott. I want to thank you for investing in the Shareholders podcast. We got a big fish in the room here on the day, man. I am very excited for this interview. This is a gentleman who is nice enough. He does a lot of stuff, but he came on my show probably 3 years ago, back when it was Mighty Sharp Show. Of course, now we've got a little more sophisticated. It's the Shareholders podcast, but this is a super talented man who is inspired me, and I'm going to get into it in the way he does that. He's done that already, but I'm very excited to have Mr. Ant Davis on the line, comedian extraordinaire. Sir, how are you doing?
What's going on, man? How you doing? You know what? It's funny. As soon as you started talking, I was like, I do remember the Mighty Sharp Show.
Yeah. And we appreciate that, man. You know, I done expanded my brand a little bit, and we're doing some new things, but I appreciate it, man. You came on that show when I didn't have a nickel over a biscuit. Now I got a dime over a biscuit, so I appreciate you recognizing the come up.
A biscuit? I ain't never heard that before.
But I'm going to tell you what, man, before we even get into it, what I love so much about what you do is you continue to put content out, like content, daily. And you work so hard at it, and I know people probably want to always ask you, how do you come up with this and how do you come up with that? But it's the consistency. Like, how are you that consistent day in, day out?
Man, real life people, man. People act a fool every day, and I'm taking notes. That's all it is.
You know, that's a good point. That's a good. I like that. That's a good model.
It's like, you know, kids is acting up, people is acting up, and people act like they don't show their true colors out in public, but they do.
They do. That is very true, man. So it's an honor to have you on the Shareholders podcast. And this version of my show now, you know, we talk to entrepreneurs, we talk to people in business, and we talk to people, you know, movers and shakers. And we're going to get into some big things you have coming up. But you came up, of course, in a lot of different avenues through comedy. And you, for those that know you long term, they might have remembered you back with the Playmakers, and you guys had great skits back then. And it seems like I remember saying, man, these dudes, it was back early kind of social media. I mean, social media out. You guys were kind of trailblazers with skits and little comedy bits. Now, of course, there's a bunch of people on social media doing it. But I guess it's like y'all been in it so long, and I want to ask you personally, what do you love the most about comedy, and what keeps you wanting to do this comedy thing?
Man, you know, it's funny that you said it, because I was just talking to somebody yesterday, and I was telling them I just love to see people smile. Of course, you know, I want to take care of my family, because, you know, child support is real out here in the streets. But man, I like to read the comments, man, of just people, you know, I make their day. You know, I get a lot of emails from people who say they just been through, you know, trying things of life, and to watch my video is, you know, helping them change and see a better perspective of their life. So that's dope to me, man. I love it. And so I know I was created to do that, to make people enjoy life, man, because there's so much stuff going on. You know how it is, man. We got that got the cornucopia virus, the accordion virus, whatever it's going on. You know, and that's out. So, you know, people are stressing. You know,
it's I gotta remember, man. See, you give me some of the good one-liners, the cornucopia virus. That's a good one. But see, okay, so just right there, just what you did right now. Now let's break this down, because a lot of us tend to think that, oh, I'm funny, you know, I go to the barber shop, got some jokey jokes, you know, and don't laugh. But and I want you, because you're a professional. So what is the difference between, you know, around my friends funny, or, you know, my mama think I'm the funniest person she know, and then professionally funny? Like, can you break that down in terms of the difference?
Yeah, man, you know, I'm going to say this, because people always say, work on your craft. But if you're a natural at it, it's going to come, you know. And I will be honest and say this. I was the person at first, you know, around family, you know, because I was a kid that my mom would whoop me because I would entertain in front of the company. And so she was always on me about, you know, it's funny, like, come over here and make people laugh. But it wasn't until that I started doing improv and plays that I knew that it was a natural talent. You know what I mean? Like, but also with natural talent is talent is not enough. You know, so you definitely gotta work at it. You know, I write. I mean, let me stop lying. I don't write none of my sketches, but I do write. I do write some ideas, and then, you know, when I do stand up, I write a lot of just premise. You know, the premises too stuff. I don't ever really just write a whole you know, stand up joke. So it really, man, just a lot of just natural stuff, and then trying stuff, because a lot of people will say, like you said, people will say, oh yeah, I'm funny in front of my family, and then go up there and bomb because they don't work on their craft. So you do have to work on that once you feel like you know you want to go to that level of, you know, doing stand up or doing sketch comedy, because sketch comedy is hard, man.
Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine. Like, it's and the term in terms of even just getting up there, and then you're with other people, and you know, now you're trying to play off of, okay, how's their timing and how do they get? I can't even, you know, I mean, it's kind of like when you think about like basketball teams or sports teams working together, and you know, people think, well, you just put LeBron on the team, and you know, but it takes time, you know, and stuff like that. So I love that. I mean, I've been at it, bro, for like 14, 15 years. So I mean, it's not where I want to be, but I'm definitely putting in the time and trying to make perfect it so I could be where I want to be. I'm not where I'm at, but I definitely want to be somewhere further. You know what I mean? Well, and that's what I always say is that people that are really good at something, they make it seem so easy. So I'm sure like somebody could look at your IG page and be like, oh man, I was talking about that. He did it. I can do that. And sure, you might put out like 3-4 videos, but my man Ant got like 500 videos. I mean, and you'll take something topical that just happened and then spin it so it's just a hilarious. And I was like, man, I heard a story once. A guy was with Billy Crystal way back in the day, and he was doing an interview for Billy Crystal. He was a magazine writer, and he was like, I thought I was kind of funny, and so he said that he was spending 3 days with Billy, and he said the first day, you know, I kind of tried a little couple jokes. And Billy kind of laughed. And so then as we spent more time, I'm just dropping jokes. And he said that Billy Crystal finally kind of looked at this dude like, oh, okay, you really think that you can do what I'm doing. And he said that Billy Crystal started into an act. And he said at the end of it, he said, I was literally on the floor clutching my stomach because I could not breathe because I was laughing so hard. And it was like, he was just like, Billy Crystal just dropped some real comedy. He's like, okay, we ain't talking about party jokes. I'm about to give you a full routine. And I said, that's like stepping in the ring, Mike Tyson. So I definitely respect what you guys do, and I love that you talk about the work, because everybody that comes on here, you know, I've interviewed, you know, filmmakers and people in finance and all that, and it basically comes down to that, the work. Were you willing to put in the time and the work for it? So let me ask you this, man, and I know this is not something I asked you the last time, but do you have any mentors? Are there any people, even if it's not a comedy mentor, but just in life or whatever, that you can go to when you want to bounce something? I got an idea, or what do you think about this? Is there anybody that you consider a mentor in your life? Well, I don't, man, you know what? I really don't have like a mentor per se, but I have people that I bounce ideas off, and I still bounce my ideas off the playmakers, man. I still talk to Kev. You know, dude's been my friend since like I was 16, and still talk to him about ideas. Still talk to Jason Frederick. He was also part of the playmakers. Still talk to him about ideas. You know, I just want to go to people I know that just going to tell me this sucks. Like, this is the worst idea you've ever came up with. Right. And I'm able to go, dang, you right, that does suck. I didn't even think about it like that, you know. So I definitely go to them still, and I go to people. I just go to people that I know is going to tell me the truth, man. I don't like people. I don't like yes men. I don't like people who's going to tell me, oh, it's going to be funny, man. You Ant Davis, man, it's going to be hilarious. Like, no, it's not. It's trash. So yeah, man. I really, you know, it takes a village. People always say that when you're a kid, but even when you're an adult, man, it still takes a village to, you know, do what you do. You can't do it on your own. I don't know what people get that from. I even told my son that the other day because he thinks he could be LeBron James in 2 days, and I'm like, that don't work, man. It's a lot of hard work, and it's people who gonna tell you straight up what's going on and what you need to work on.
So I definitely, that's my village for real.
That is, I mean, my last guest literally just said that exact thing. You cannot do it on your own, so stop trying to. You need help, and that's so true. You wouldn't be in a hard position if you could do it on your own. You'd figure it out. You need some people's help. So, all right.
Exactly. So we ain't Jesus.
No, we not. Last time we checked, we not Jesus. But
last time I checked.
Yeah. So I want to get into now. I saw you starting to promote this, and I got really excited for you. And I was like, man, this is going to be awesome. You are putting together a web series.
Yes.
And it's called Church. If I'm saying that
Church.
Right.
You can see. That's why I like it, man. I like how you said it. You can say it any way. You can say church, or you can say church. You do all kinds of ways.
I just figured, the way the spelling is, and so. This is something where I love it already, just the fact that you're, we talk about on the show, breaking out of your comfort zone, breaking out of the box a little bit, trying something new. So let's just get into it. What made you even want to do a web series down and break it down for somebody who doesn't even understand what that is?
Man, so crazy thing is I always wanted to do a web series.
Wow, okay.
I had I have tons of ideas because I always want to tell people that I'm not limited to just 1 minute. I am also a writer as well. So I just had a whole bunch of ideas. But, the way the money is set up sometimes with special projects that you want to do, it takes a while. Like if you don't have like a big, production company behind you and, thousands and thousands of dollars, you got to put together your own money and have people who believe in you put up their money to want to be a part of it. And that's tough in itself because people are like, what am I going to get back in return? Am I going to get something? And that's hard. That's sometimes hard to explain to people that sometimes, hey, it's just a vision. I need you to be a part of it. I really don't, I can tell you what you can get back, but I really don't know for sure what you're going to get back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the web series is, it's just, you put an actual, like a TV series on the web, so you put it on YouTube, and so that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna put the web series Church, or like you said, Church. You was on the right key too, man. That was a good key. But yeah, so we're gonna put it on YouTube. It's gonna be an amazing story. Here's the thing, man. Church is called Church, but it's not really. I mean, it has some places where we talk about church, but it's really just. The place that it's at is hilarious. Like it's almost like The Office meets Amen. You remember Amen back in the day?
Nice.
See, I had to test your A's to see if you remember Amen.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, what's Amen? I'm like, are you serious?
I used to that Sherman Hemsley, Clifton Davis. Come on, baby, what we talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, he was not a comedian at all. He was just an actor, and he impressed everybody with just his chops on stage or whatever, but was never a comedian.
That is, I guess, I kind of always put him in Flip Wilson, and all those guys, they all did. But I guess when I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, because you think about it, man, you never went back and saw him do stand-up. Like, and I had to go back. True. I was like, you're right, I never see him do stand-up ever. So he was just naturally funny. He just wasn't a comedian.
That's interesting. I don't really remember him before the Jeffersons. Like, I don't know what he did. Man, that's crazy.
Right.
I'm about to go down a internet wormhole in a minute and do a whole life. But
he messed you up. Everybody I've been telling messed them up.
I didn't even. Man, Sherman Hemsley didn't know. That's interesting. But so for you. And, the amazing thing is I've had a producer on the show, and I'm like, what does a producer do? And like, well, they fun, and they can do things to get projects done and like that. And so coming grassroots, the way you're doing it, and you just kind of talked about how, everybody want to know what the investment is and what I'm going to get back. And it's hard because I know you have great aspirations for your show, but you can't just promise people the moon if you don't, ain't never been out there like that. But for the funding of this, how much of that is, I should say, for the right question, I don't want to just say how hard is it, but how many different hats are you wearing in this project? Because you are the talent, but, you writing now, trying to fund and promote and all this stuff.
Let me tell you, man, this is probably the most hats I've ever worn in my life because I was a producer, a writer. I had to still learn my lines. I had to figure out what we were going to eat on set that day. I had to go get the props. I had to call everybody, make sure they were on time. Not to mention we had some actors that were for free, so it had to be like I had to, coach them and have conversations with them about, listen, I need you for this day. And one of the people, man, he's a good friend of mine. One of the people, he was like, I don't got no money. I can't make it today. So I got to drive and pick them up to so he could be on set for that day. So it was just a lot of, man. I was, like I said, I was an Uber driver at one point. So yeah, it was tough, man. It was like just not. I expected some of this stuff, but not for the new stuff that came about. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
It was moments, man. I had to just take like if I was a smoker, I would have took like 89 of them smoke breaks.
Yeah.
But I mean, because it's just tough, man. And I just realized that it's not for the faint at heart. If you really want this, you're going to have to do it without being, you could be upset, but you got to keep pushing. You know what I mean? You're going to be upset. You're going to spend some of your money. Because, I mean, although I had investors, I was still spending money out of my pocket.
Wow.
Money that, hey, baby, we can't go out to eat tonight. Or, hey, kids, haircuts is going to have to wait until next week.
Yeah.
Because it was tough. I was spending my own money, too.
And, it reminds me of that meme I see where it says, people think success is, and it shows a straight line. But success is really, and it shows that squiggly line with all these bumps. And that's really, I mean, anybody that started something, anybody, you might see the guy that runs Amazon now. He started out he was in his garage, literally. The reason why people like you stay with it is because you love it. And so the bumps and grinds that would probably discourage somebody else, you staying with it because it's what you love to do. And so, man, we're talking with Mr. Ant Davis, and I want to first say y'all don't even have no idea. Once y'all hear this, you're going to be like, man, it's a great interview. This man has been so patient with me. My technology has been totally failing me. I didn't had to call 5-6 times. I'm nervous if this thing about to mess up again. I've never had this issue before. And, of course, here come the devil. Want to mess
Here come the devil trying to stir up stuff.
You know how saints, a lot of times we blame the devil and it ain't got nothing to do with the devil.
That had nothing to do with it. Devil just chilling somewhere.
This the devil on this one. This the devil's on this one because I'm trying to.
The devil's somewhere on vacation and we blaming the devil.
So then let me ask you this then. For what you're doing, and now like you just said, my goodness, you're actors and all of this and stuff, the experience you're getting though from this, it has to be invaluable.
Oh, yeah, man. It's funny. I was just telling the director yesterday because we had to go do a photo shoot because we're doing so much stuff for this web series. It's ridiculous. I'm telling everybody, just you got to watch it. But we were talking about it yesterday, and I was telling her the experience, man, just to be able to watch behind the scenes, watch the camera, learn more than, because I thought I knew about camera stuff, but boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
It was like go over there and sit down and learn. I was like, okay, I'll do that then. I'll shut up. But yeah, man, just a lot of stuff that I've learned. I think that it's gonna prepare me for my next level where I can at least understand and say, hey, I don't want it like this. And that's what people have to understand is that with success, you do got to understand the back stuff. Everybody wants to just be the talent and hey, I'm going to be successful. I want to be in front of the camera, and that's all. But while you doing that, people running, taking your money, and you filming whatever they want to film and adding whatever they want to add, and you just looking stupid. So you gotta know your stuff, like the ins and outs of your craft. And if you don't, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be a hard road. You're probably not going to make it.
No, you won't. Yeah. It's too many people out there doing it. It's too competitive. You're not gonna make it if you don't. So you kind of, in my last question, you're kind of parlay into that. So what is your vision of success for this project and really for your career going forward?
Man, for this project, I just want people to honestly, for the people aspect, I just want you to enjoy it, man. Like I'm big on building content for the family. I've always been big on that. I'm a 90s kid. So I loved how, TGIF, we could all sit down and we could watch a show together without covering, your kid's eyes. Baby, go upstairs and do something else. Play with the Legos.
Right.
I'm big on, I want everybody to watch it. And the dopest thing about it is with my content, a lot of people are like, my kids love you, my grandma loves you, and we all watch your videos. One lady, she had sent me an email, said that they watched all my videos on Thanksgiving on their TV. And that was dope. Like, everybody. She was like, I didn't have to tell nobody to go upstairs. The kids was like, let's watch one more video. So that is what I want to bring back. And I want to bring back where everybody can sit down, enjoy it together, not have to worry about anything. And so with that, it's just create content. So my whole goal is to get to that TV level where I can create content where we can go back to that. And then, in this day and age, it definitely could be tough because everybody wants that scandal and, that extra stuff. But, I think content can still be great content without all that.
And Brother Ant, to me, it has to be. We have to still have some kind of balance. Like, okay, Netflix is doing this, or like you say, there's a scandal, or there's power, but we still need, the family still all need to be able to get together and watch something together, and we need that balance. And that's why I hope people that hear this support what you're doing, because there has to be, there's an arena for what they're doing over there, but there needs to still be a family arena as well, which is why I respect what you're doing, man, and I appreciate it so much. I'm sorry, my last thing, have you read any good books? I always like to ask my guests my last question. Any books, especially what you're doing now? I don't know if you've been exposed to some more things, like you said, with filmmaking and all that, or anything at all, anything that you kind of perused lately.
So I went to public school, so my reading is not that great sometimes. So I try not. I try to stay away from books if I get scared. But no. I haven't read any. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Because this journey has been so tough, like these last 2-3 months, man. I really want to get into. There's a Don Gray book that's out. I forgot the name of it. My boy was telling me that I should read it when I get done with all this.
Yeah.
But I forgot what. I think it's something like the Grade 8 or something like that. Or.
Oh, you said with John Gray?
Yeah, Don Gray has a new book or something like that, or a book that he had that was really big, and my friend keeps telling me that it's really good, and I want to read it, but I can't think of the name of it right now.
Man, yeah, I'm trying to search it right now,
but I did read Cat in the Hat, bro. So Cat in the Hat is my last good book.
Bam. Okay, there we go. Required reading right there, Cat in the Hat. And I'm gonna tell you something. And you get a pass anyway, man. You creating the whole show.
Man,
I'm sure your days are extremely busy, but real quick, bro, man, please.
If I still had a hairline, it'd have been gone all over.
It'd be like that sometimes, man, especially when you're the boss. It'd be like that. Yeah. Please, man, give your plugs. Let everybody know where they can find you, and most importantly, find your show and all of that as well. Okay, so everything that you can look up at me is Mr. Ant Davis. Matter of fact, at the end of the month, I will have a website, and you can go to MrAnthonyDavis.com. And so, because, I get a lot of older people that be like, I don't know how to use this social media. Right.
So definitely if you want to look at all of my web series content, it will be up March 6th that's a Friday. And you can go, like I said, YouTube, you can go to Mr. Ant Davis. Or you can also, social media, Mr. Ant Davis, all my handles are the same. And check it out. But all of it will be on YouTube. Web series, March 6th, will be dropping. I actually got a premiere party. Man, if you was close, man, I would tell you to come through, man.
Oh, man. Listen, you know black folk, we love to come to something that's big and just be hanging out and don't know what we're doing. That'd be right up my alley. But, this ain't going to be your only premiere party, bro. I believe that. So, that's no problem with that. We going to have some more.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I believe it. I speak it. But, yeah, that's where you can check me out, man. All my handles are the same, Mr. Ant Davis, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. And then, like I said, at the end of the month, if you go to MrAntDavis.com, it'll go right to the web series, so you don't have to go searching for it. You can just go MrAnthonyDavis.com, and that's where it is, man. That's where the information will be.
And then, man, I know you being humble with it. But is there any place that people can give and still help support financially your product?
Yeah, man. It's yeah. Hey, listen, I always take finances. This is when they play the organ in the background and I can offer. But yeah, you can Cash App is because I turned off my Kickstarter, so you can't give to the Kickstarter anymore.
Oh, okay.
Cash App is Mr. Ant Davis. The dollar sign Mr. Ant Davis. Matter of fact, somebody just yesterday just gave me some money for the project. It was like, hey, I'm late. I'm sorry, but I was like, cool. This is a Chick-fil-A meal. I appreciate that.
Hey, people, listen. Support my man Ant Davis. Again, I can't even. He's so nice with me, man. And I had these technical difficulties, and this was patient. Sometimes, folks get frustrated. I can understand it. I'm frustrated right now, but he was totally cool. So please support my man. And I'm going to give you as many plugs as I can, especially when the website. I'm so excited for this. As soon as you announced it, I said, yes, my man.
Yeah, I want you to check it out, man. I want you to tell me your deepest thoughts, man, because, I definitely – it's for the people. Like I said, a lot of people have been saying, hey, man, I'm glad you finally coming out with something big, So I was like, shoot, well, I guess I got to do more big. I guess I got to do bigger things. But, let me know.
This is outstanding. Folks, this is coming from the man that did the Christian Mingle sketch. The world-famous Christian Mingle sketch. So,
then you went back.
Come on, that might have just put you on him. I don't know, but that was – I laughed so hard when you did that. It was brilliant, but thank you, sir. I know you're busy. I know you got a lot to do. Thank you for taking the time to come on the Shareholders Podcast. I want you to be blessed. We're praying for your success, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for your time.
All right, thanks.
Has been a production of the Mighty Sharp